So we've got a few questions from the floor, and they touch on some of these themes, but I think it is still important to ask them in the way they've been presented. So as an investor, and somebody comes and pitches you, what do you look for? Is there one thing? Is it a lot of things? Is it the business model, the valuation, strategy, market analysis, experience? Is there an order of importance?
So I'll give you the order of importance as I see it. Firstly is a person. The person that's coming to pitch. Secondly is the experience. Thirdly is the idea. Fourthly is what are they committed to it so far. Sort of those are the things. A good person can actually succeed with a bad business. A bad person is never going to succeed with a good idea. It just doesn't work that way. So I've got to like the person. I've got to know that they know what they're talking about. So if they bring me a business and I ask 3 or 4 questions and they get lost, game over. It's not,
Okay, so just following on from the person, again, so the question here is, what attribute do you look for in the individual or team? You've mentioned some of those. A few more things that you can add about.
Well, I do research on people, so yes. I tell you, great stalker of people. I go to LinkedIn. I look at everything about their LinkedIn profile. I look to see who the people we have in common on LinkedIn, and I phone up people. And if I've got someone in common, I phone and say, do you know so-and-so? What have you heard about so-and-so? Is there anything I should know about so-and-so? And I'll tell you how well it works. A guy comes to me, pitches me a business. I love the business. I love the idea. I love everything about it. I like him. I like his personality. And I phone up one of his LinkedIn colleagues, and the guy says to me, do you know he's bankrupt? Really? He didn't tell me that. So, that's off the table immediately. You learn, and people will, unless they're best mates, of course, then you're going to get caught. And they normally people on LinkedIn aren't your best mates. They're people that swap cards with someone who've met you somewhere in business. They will tell you, they will tell you a lot of things. One of the things they do, you've got to have a good LinkedIn profile because they look at you and they decide whether you're worthy of giving them information or whether they're giving you information. So otherwise they just, don't call me sort of. But in the main, they will tell you quite a lot. Or they will tell you someone else, they're not friendly with them, and maybe you should try. And I've had people who say, listen, I don't even know why we're LinkedIn. I don't know who the guy is. And I made 9 phone calls till I found someone who knows the guy. And then I thought to myself, I don't want to invest in him because nobody at LinkedIn knows him. So,
9 phone calls. Right?
9 phone calls, and nobody knew him on his LinkedIn. Nobody knew him.